In the end of chapter 1, we start to talk a bit more abstractly about economics and about, what a theory is and what a model is. So in economics, when we talk about a theory, we are talking about a simplified representation of how two or more variables interact with each other. A good theory is going to be simple enough to understand, but complex enough to capture all the key features. In order to test our theories, economists use what are called models. So a model is a economic structure used to test theories. In our class, we can use models and theories interchangeably. The first model that we're going to be learning is called the circular flow diagram. This is a very simple model. This is not a model that we're going to really revisit very much in this class, but this is a model that shows you how households and firms interact with each other. So the circular flow model is going to have a box over here for households, a box over here for firms, so companies, right? We are typically in the household category, right, rather than being in the firm category. When we interact with firms, what's one of the main ways that we interact with firms? We sell our labor, very good. So we go ahead and we sell our labor services to the firms. And in return, we get payment. In the terms of wages or salaries. What is the other way in which we interact with firms? We purchase goods and services, absolutely. So the firms deliver goods and services, which we will abbreviate as G and S for the rest of this class. And we pay for those goods and service. So in this way, everything that we spend kind of gets recycled in this circular fashion back to us in terms of payments. Now, of course, this model is an abstraction and it's very simplified, right? There's a lot of parts of the economy that are not represented here. The government, for one. International trade, for another. Investment in capital goods that the firms do, right? The firms don't pay everything out in wages and salaries. they keep some of their profits in order to reinvest for some, very good reasons. So the main thing to keep in mind is that the circular flow diagram shows how households and firms interact, and it shows that there's a goods and services market, right, which is up here, where the firms provide goods and services and the households pay for them. And there's a labor market where the households provide the labor and are paid with wages, salaries, and benefits for that labor. So again, a simple model just to show that the money circulates around the economy between these two actors. And it's important for us to also keep in mind that just because somebody is in the household camp doesn't mean that they're also not playing the role of a firm, right? The CEO of a company is also part of a household. So economics becomes a little bit more complicated by the fact that these roles there's overlap in these roles. There's overlap in these particular definitions. So all firm actors are households, but not all households are necessarily decision makers in the firms or run firms. Questions on circular flow?